This was me at day 1, and today is day 49, and this is what I look like. Yes, I know. Hi, my name is Emma. Welcome to Emmatron, where we talk faith, health, and lifestyle. 49 days ago, I decided to do the 75 hard challenge. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's actually my 3rd time attempting to do it. I failed twice last year. The first time I didn't last 1 day, and then the second time I lasted 12 days. But now that we are at 49 days, I'm seeing the finish line. Like, there's no coming back. And the difference between this challenge and the last 2 is that now I'm doing it with God. I am not just relying on my own strength, but I'm just giving it all to Him. But in this video, I'm going to talk about what has been the hardest parts for me so far, what I have learned, and then how I've grown spiritually and physically, but also go over some of the personal goals that I had set for myself on day 1. Little disclaimer, 75 hard is not a faith-based challenge. It's a discipline challenge. But after doing it for 49 days now, I find it to be so spiritual because having to work on my discipline has helped me just connect to God and just rely on God for all those changes that are happening in my life. So this challenge has just been a reminder that I can do all things through Him because He's the one giving me strength to complete this challenge. So the hardest part for me has definitely been the water. Let me show you. I have been carrying a water bottle with me every single day since that challenge. I have bought plenty. I bought one from Amazon, which you guys have seen before. And then I brought this one for Brazil because it's a Brita and it has like a filter in the bottle. That's like the one thing that I'm still struggling with because for a woman and a woman my size, the recommended daily intake of water should be, I think, half a gallon. Or like not more than 2/3 of a gallon. So a lot of the water that I drink, I end up just peeing it out. Like it's kind of like of a waste. Obviously, I'm getting the benefit of being hydrated throughout the day, but there's also a lot of water that is going to waste. So yeah, that's definitely something that after 75 hard, I will not keep doing. So yeah, it's been challenging, but we're doing it. But now let's talk about everything I've learned so far. One of them being start early, especially with the water. Starting to drink my water at 10, 11 a.m. Like I learned my lesson. Starting early has been something that from early on I realized and recognized that I needed to do that if I wanted to complete that challenge. The second thing is relying on God. Like I mentioned before, I am not doing this alone. The amount of time that I just pray and tell God, please give me strength, like please help me, because it can get really, really hard, especially when you lack motivation. Ideally, you have high motivation and high discipline, right? But when you don't have the motivation to do something, you just have to rely on your discipline, which is pretty much doing something even when you don't feel like doing it. So for example, this week is finals week for me and I was working at my job. I just got back from Brazil and it's been hectic and I did not want to go on a run yesterday. I had just gotten off work. I had slept 3 hours and I'm like, oh, if only I could just stay in bed and just take a little nap before my second job. But no, I didn't. I got up. So that's pure discipline because I had no motivation, but I have been praying for discipline and I have been asking God to give me discipline. So I'm giving Him all the credit and I'm so proud of myself for following through and praying for that because it's been helping me a lot and I don't know what I would have done without God. Third thing that I've learned in this challenge is to reduce frictions. If you've read Atomic Habit, at this point, they should sponsor me. I don't think there's been a video where I don't mention that book, but it's just so good. But in it, it says that by reducing frictions, you're making it easier on yourself to do things that you may not want to do or things that are just not part of your routine or not just habits for you. So for example, I have my tripod set up in the same spot every day. I don't even have to move it. When I wake up, I just press record on my camera, take my picture, and then I'm done. Same with meal prepping. I meal prep every Sunday so that I don't have to worry about meals every single day of what am I gonna eat. And as part of my diet, I'm really trying to reduce the amount of time that I go out to eat. So meal prepping has been a lifesaver. Now when it comes to my diet, I'm definitely a work in progress. I mean, you guys have seen the progress pictures and I honestly did not see any difference on my body until I saw the pictures. One of my goals was to eat at home, but I quickly learned that eating at home and cooking does not equate healthy, which actually I take it back because I was eating healthy, but my portions were way too big and I was not in a calorie deficit. So for the first 2.5 weeks, my weight was staying the same. And it was so frustrating because I'm like, how am I working out twice a day? I'm drinking so much water. I'm eating healthy, but I'm not seeing any progress. But it's because I was only eating at home. But because I was eating at home, I was treating myself. Like I was making chicken pasta. I was making pancakes, protein pancakes, which is all healthy stuff because I was making it it at home, I would use like whole wheat flour, protein pasta, but the calories were still high. So I have now lost 6 pounds and I still have to lose 6 more pounds to be at the weight, like my original goal that I want. So work in progress, but now that I got the hang of it and I know how to manage and how to still eat at home, but eat healthy and reduce my portions, I think I finally got it. So I did set some personal goals for myself that are not part of 75 hard, being able to do 10 push-ups, being able to do 1 pull-up, and then running 6 miles. So as of today, I can do 7 push-ups, like regular push-ups, like not on my knees. And when I started, I could only do 1.5 maybe. I'm just so happy, like just seeing the progress, because people always talk about being consistent. They're like consistency, and I have been consistent. So when I went to do my push-ups and I'm like, wait, I can keep going. Like I just know that by the end of the challenge, I'll be able to do my 10 push-ups. When it comes to a pull-up, I am so close. I think I'm 2 inches away. My chin is just not going above the bar, which is I think what is considered a pull-up. Like I'm able to go like right at my nose. But guys, I still have 3.5 weeks to get that done, so I know I will. A pull-up to me used to be so intimidating, and that was something that I kept telling myself, like, oh, I'll never be able to do one, and I kept making excuses for myself, like, oh, I'm a thicker girl, I'm taller, so it's harder for me, which is true, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. So the fact that I'm this close, and I keep saying the day I'm able to do a pull-up, like people will not hear the end of it. Like that's all I'm gonna be posting about. And then another goal is to be able to run 6 miles, which I did last weekend I just did it. So I actually used to run long distance, but then I got injured. I actually did. I just have really bad shins, but I think that by building muscles and stretching is gonna help for sure. But I am now pushing that goal to 7.5 miles. I have 3 weeks to get that done. Just because 7.5 miles, 75 hard, might as well since I already completed it. So I'm just pushing myself even more. And again, I can do all things through Christ. So I will be able to get that done. So as part of 75 hard, you have to read 10 pages of a book, and that book can be fictional. All the books that I've read are, well, they're not spiritual, but they can be related to the Bible, or they may follow some of the principles in the Bible. So I actually started with The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. I recommended, only thing is that book is 300 pages. And I think it could, about 300. And I think it could easily be like 200, like 220, because it gets repetitive, but pretty much Let Them Theory is about letting people do what people are going to do. You can't force someone to be the person you know they can be. The best way to do that is to mirror the behavior that you want people to do, and then the change has to come from them, not you. Honestly, the amount of time that I find myself applying that theory now in my daily life, like I'll be driving and then somebody cut me off and I'm getting ready to like be upset, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna let them. It's okay. It's whatever. So I really recommend this book. One thing though, a big part of the book is also let me, because it's one thing to let people do what they're gonna do, but your reaction to that and how you move forward is also very important. So don't judge the book by its cover or by the first chapters like I did when I first started reading this book. Then I read 0 to 1, which is a business book about how to pretty much take a business from nothing to everything, or when not to start a business. I'm definitely gonna have to reread this book because obviously I don't have a business now, so it's a good book to read, but I feel like when I finally start my business, I'm gonna have to keep this book handy because there's a lot of gems in there. And then the next one is Don't Believe Everything You Think. While You're Thinking is the Beginning and End of Suffering. This is definitely my favorite, not my favorite book, but it was my favorite one to read. I don't know if it's because that's the one I brought to Brazil. Something that stuck out to me is the difference between a thought, which is a reality, is something that you observe and is the truth, and then the thinking is when things start to go left, because a thought could be, oh, it's hot outside, and then thinking could be, I'm gonna be sweating and it sucks and I hate it, I hate sweating, I hate this, I hate that. But the reality is it's just a hot sunny day. So I mean, that's like 0.0001% of like what the book is about, but it's just really good. Highly recommend. I also started reading 48 Laws of Power in my car. I usually read it when I'm at the gym, and I've read it before in college. It's just that in that book, you really have to filter the laws that apply to you. I think that book is 500 pages. I definitely don't need to read all the laws because some of them are just not really godlike, if you know what I mean. And this is the book that I'm reading currently, The Psychology of Money. I'm about halfway done. Pretty good, actually really, really good. Also easy to read. And it's just about like the mindset of people who are wealthy, people who are rich, and people who are poor, and then what the difference is and how you can reduce barriers. It's just a really good book. It's not about making money, it's about the mindset when it comes to making money or just handling money or saving money. So yeah, these are all the books that I've read so far. These books are not just motivational, they're helping me connect spiritually and mentally too. Obviously, you have to read 10 pages a day. If I've read this many books, I'm not only reading 10 pages. It ends up usually being 20 or 25 because these books are really, really good. So another advice that I would give, like pick books that you actually want to read. Even if they can be fictional, you can still enjoy reading some of them. But yeah, 49 days in, and I'm just so proud of me, of everything that I've accomplished physically, but also spiritually and mentally. So I thank God, and I'm so grateful that He has given me the strength to complete this. I have less than a month left, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so ready to be done. But some of the habits I do think I'm gonna keep doing, one of them being an outside workout. Like going out on a walk, on a run has been part of my routine, and I don't think I wanna give that up. Same with reading. Like I said, I'm not even just reading just 10 pages. I'm definitely gonna keep doing that. Like I said, I will adjust my water intake just because I don't think it makes sense for me personally. And then yeah, I was always working out, so that's not gonna change. And eating healthy, I just want to be able to allow myself some it's not even cheat meals. Like it's okay to have ice cream or have a dessert at the end of a dinner, but I'm doing no refined sugar and no added sugar. So 40 days without, well, 50 days almost without refined sugar is a bit crazy. So a lot of things I'm going to adjust, but for the most part, I'm going to keep doing it because I love the person that I'm becoming, so why stop after 75 days? Like that would defeat the whole purpose. I still have 26 days to go, but I'm already seeing the fruit of my commitment and my consistency and discipline, so I am not stopping there, and the fruits are gonna keep on growing. If you're watching this and you're contemplating doing 75 hard, I highly recommend not to do it alone. Do it with God. Ask Him to give you strength. Pray, and I promise you, you'll be able to do it. If I can, you can too. Let God into it. Invite Him in your workouts, your outside workout, your meals, your reading, everything, and He will give you the strength. But my next and final update on 75 Hard will be after I completed it. So I should be done on June 14th. So that week I will be posting all my results, all the progress that I've done, and detailed progress pictures. I've been recording myself and the journey throughout the whole entire time. So I'll be posting that. But in the meantime, I will still be posting every Sunday. So I will see you all next week. Bye.